You're listening to Seen from the Inside. I'm your host, Neha Nagandhi. Today in studio with us, we have actress, producer, director, and philanthropist Terri J Vaughn, who is well known for her role in The Steve Harvey Show, but since then has gone on to do many projects, including her directorial debut in the web film called Digital Lives Matter. She also has her own foundation called Take Wings, which is based in the San Francisco Bay Area. Please help me welcome Terri J Vaughn to the show.
Whoa! I'm imagining a bunch of applause.
Yes, please do.
No, thank you.
Yes, hands
fantastic.
raised. Yes.
Fantastic intro. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you're here.
Me too.
Now, I have to mention that we met at the Andrew Young Leadership Awards.
Yes.
And it was such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
And you are exactly how you are when I met you in person, just like that today. And even when I watched you on TV all those years ago, exactly the same.
Wow.
How does that happen?
Well, I really don't know how to be anything.
You keep it real, Terri Vaughn.
All I know how to do is wake up and be. And this is what you get. And some people like it and some people don't.
Well, I put me in the category of liking it.
Yay.
So I want to start off our questions with, you were born and raised in San Francisco, Bay Area.
Yes.
And I read, and this may or may not be true.
Okay.
But I read that you grew up in the housing projects. Is that true? That is true. Okay, good. Because I was going to call out the writer.
That writer was right.
That writer is right. Okay. All right. So you grew up in the housing projects, and then you kept yourself busy by studying and singing in the choir.
Hilarious.
No, is that...
Well, I probably did sing in a choir when I was a child, and my grandma made me sing in the choir at church.
Yeah.
But how did that end up on my resume
I don't know, but listen,
I
don't know, but the writer said that. And then it said that you...
Did my cousin write this?
I don't know. I was going to ask you. I don't know. But the thing is, you worked at McDonald's early on. No?
Oh my God! I swear my cousin wrote this article. Yeah. McDonald's was my first job. Who knows this?
I guess this writer did his research. Maybe he knew you. I don't know, Terri.
Did I sleep with him?
I don't know, Terri.
I don't know what's going on.
This is a serial
Okay, I'm sorry. Let's get back.
Okay, so Terri, now you've thrown me for a loop. No,
I did my job.
Good God. She has flushed in the host, y'all.
Yes.
Okay. So my question is, now the article went on to say that there was some bullying involved.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So well, this writer really knows.
I know. I'm really trying to figure out who this is.
I'll have to show you this article.
They know so much of my business. We'll talk later. Because I want to get you flustered again.
Right.
Because now I have questions.
Right. So, but that's the thing, right? So you were brought up in the projects. You faced a lot of bullying.
I did.
But you got yourself out of it. So where did it come from, and how did it happen?
When you grow up in those type of environments where it's a drug-infested community, young people get caught up in things that we have no business getting caught up in. And I was really blessed and fortunate and protected by God, I can only say, and just by my mom, who was very, very adamant about me and my sister being serious about school. Mm-hmm. It was like our household was, school was it. We had to get good grades. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I grew up with that mentality already embedded in me. And I think that focus on education was a huge part of the stuff that I got into or didn't get into, as opposed to what some of the other kids in my neighborhood were getting into. And because when you grow up in those kind of neighborhoods and there's the drug dealers and the this, and we're still girls and everybody wants to be chosen. So it was like, the drug dealers, they had the nice cars and they had this. So everybody wanted to be, pick me. Mm-hmm. And when you grow up in those kind of neighborhoods, it's like there's a lot of jealousy, envy, insecurities as young girls. So a lot of the girls in the neighborhood or at school, they, would pick on me because I wasn't necessarily getting into the things that they were getting into. I was really focused on school, but I was still a girl from the neighborhood. So it was almost like, well, who do you think you are? What makes you think you're better than me? That type of stuff. So there were lots of bullying situations. I hated fighting, but I had to fight.
Really?
As a young girl. Yeah.
Yeah?
I did.
Swinging punches kind of fight?
I know, it's horrible. No, but it's true.
Wow.
I had several fights as a young girl, and really just to protect myself.
Right.
I had an older cousin, a boy cousin, and he would just always say, look, if you ever find yourself in a situation, just make sure you take the first punch.
Right.
Just swing and take the first punch.
Is that what you got to do?
So that's what I would like when I would find myself surrounded by girls or approached by somebody, and I just knew the talking wasn't gonna get it. And that the animosity, you can just feel it. You can feel when you know it's going there. And you got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you.
I was from the same neighborhood they were from, so it's not like I was just. I was definitely more quiet and more laid back, but I was still of the neighborhood. So it's not that I couldn't fight. I just didn't want to fight.
But you were the older sister or the younger sister?
And I was the older sister, too.
So you had to set an example for your younger sister.
I always hated being the oldest.
Yeah?
I always wished I had an older brother.
Right.
I was like, oh, if only I had an older brother.
Right.
Like, all this stuff would be so much better. But I was the oldest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it turned out okay, Terri.
It turned out fantastic.
Yes, it did. Because
so I am thankful for the bullies.
Right.
That bullied me into becoming this powerful, amazing woman that
you are today. Yes, you are. Yes, applause. So then you went on to Cal State University.
I did. What is she? If I don't know, well, y'all know because y'all see this tape, but the ones listening to this, she's not even reading. She's just coming off the dome with these facts. Well, who are you?
Well, yeah, I'm a host well prepared. How about that?
Yes, you are.
How about that?
Yeah,
yes.
Your platform is going to grow. You're going to be amazing. Yes.
Oh, I will take that, Terri J Vaughn. I will accept that.
You are one of the best.
Oh, I will receive that.
Absolutely.
I will receive that from you. So Cal State University, how was that? Was that a wonderful experience?
It was. It was always my goal and my focus to go to college because I felt like that's what you're supposed to do if you want to be a businesswoman. And I always had a vision of myself being a businesswoman. Yeah. Being like a woman that was in control and, a boss. Yeah. I always had a vision of myself being that.
Well, all the leaders that I've talked to have a vision.
Yeah.
You must have a vision if you're going to get there.
It's so true. And right? I literally had, in my vision of myself, was me in a suit. Yeah. It was a skirt suit with a jacket.
Did it have a color?
I can't recall a color.
Okay.
But I do remember it was a skirt suit with a jacket and high heel pumps carrying a briefcase.
See?
That was the vision. Simple as that.
There you go.
I don't know what was in the briefcase.
Don't know what color. Don't know what color
cards,
the pumps were.
It could have been whatever. I don't know what was in the briefcase. But that was the vision I had of myself since probably junior high school.
See?
And it's what carried me through, gosh, I got to get these good grades in high school because I know I got to go to college
because I have this vision
has to come true.
Right.
And to me, the way to that vision was through college.
See? This is how it happens. And I've had the pleasure to talk to, many other leaders standing where Terri is standing right now. And I promise you, each one of them has said the same thing. You have a vision of yourself. Doesn't matter where you come from, where you were born, the bullies that helped you or didn't help you, whatever the situation is, this is what this show is all about, right? This show is about wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you've got to find what it is that you love and that you can take and carry with you and help the next generation, right? That's what it's all about, right?
And the funny thing is, when I was that young, when I was a teenager and stuff, I didn't know the power of the vision. I didn't even know that it was called anything specific. It was just in me that I wanted to be this woman. Right. And this is what this woman looked like, so I was going to get her.
Right.
So I don't even know where that came from.
But God. Maybe But whatever it is, you followed it because you were like, I have got to get there because I've got to make this woman happen for me.
Yeah.
And maybe for my younger sister that's following me, and maybe the other women that are following her in the you know, in the background, right? This is what it's all about. And you just put it in a nice capsule for us, right?
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay. So all right, so Cal State happened, and then is that when you started auditioning?
So at Cal State, I actually went to school for advertising.
Okay.
And while I was there, I had a friend that was recruiting girls for a Miss Black California pageant. So me and some of my girlfriends, we were like, oh, we'll do this pageant, whatever. What do you do for a pageant? And kind of just did it just to do it.
Yeah.
And just so happens one of the judges of the pageant was a producer of a play that was getting ready to tour the country.
Oh, wow.
And when the pageant was over, he asked me if I would be interested in auditioning for this play. And I was like, and so what does that mean? What do you do for an audition? And because I had no clue.
Right.
I didn't know anything. I didn't study theater. I didn't do, I did some church plays.
Yeah.
Grandma made me.
Right. Same grandma that made you sing?
Same grandma made me sing in the choir. Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
The same grandma.
Right. Okay.
So I didn't have any, I never had any aspirations. I didn't even know that was like a real thing you could be. I just never thought about it. But I did. Of course, I was young. I was like, yeah, I'll audition for your play. So what do I do? And so he told me to come to the Black Repertory Theater in Berkeley, California. And he told me to bring a resume and a picture. And I was like, oh, I could do that. So I show up. And first of all, I got to take I'm like, okay, I guess I better take some kind of picture because I didn't have any picture. So Polaroid pictures was, Polaroid.
Yes.
So me and my roommate, college roommate, the night before I was going to my audition, we were like, oh, let me take a picture. So I made my face all up, had on way too much makeup, all this eyeshadow.
Oh gosh.
Just doing too much, but I thought it was cute with all this eyeshadow and whatnot. And we took a picture with the Polaroid picture.
Yeah.
So I show up at the Black Repertory Theater with my picture and my resume, McDonald's, Avis Rent-A-Car, blah, blah, blah.
They're just full of all these wonderful corporations.
Absolutely,
there's
where
some
I
plugs.
worked.
There's some plugs for McDonald's. Yep.
So I show up and I'm at this theater and there are like real actors there.
Oh.
Like real lesbian actors.
Oh.
Who are serious.
And there you are with your Polaroid.
And and they have these black and white 8x10 glossies. Headshots.
Right.
I was like, okay, I don't have that. I'm not, okay. And I sit and I wait and they're waiting and they're doing their theater exercises. They're moaning, stretching, getting their voices together.
Honey and stuff.
For their audition. Yeah. And I'm like, ooh, these people are so weird. Why are they making these noises? Why are they stretching on the floor? I thought they were weird. So I'm just going to sit right over here with they got black and white glossies. I got a color Polaroid.
with my eyeshadow on.
That's right. And so I finally go in, give them my stuff. They didn't balk at it. They didn't say anything. Gave me some material to read. I could read because I was serious about school, right? So I read the material. The director, his name was Paul Roach. I love him to death. Oh. I owe my career to Paul Roach. I admit that. But he was this true thespian, had studied at ACT in San Francisco. So he was like this real artsy, Birkenstocks, chewing on liquid bark or tree bark or something. He was just one of them real
characters.
Earthy. Yeah. Yes, super earthy. So he was the director, and he was like, I want you to read it again, and this time just read her real sassy. This character is sassy. I grew up in the hood, so I'm already sassy. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I read it again. I read it sassy, and they call me that night and offer me a part in this play that was going to tour the country. They're going to pay me $400 a week and pay for our travel and everything. I was like, what?
I just hit the jackpot.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was my introduction into acting. And the blessing was Paul Roach traveled with us, and he started teaching me the craft of acting and introduced me to Stanislavski and Udo Hagen and Chekhov and all the greats of theater. And then I just got bit by the bug, and I loved it, and I studied it ever since.
Well, this is a perfect segue to take a break. We're going to take a short break. We're going to come right back and keep talking to Terri J Vaughn. You're listening to Seen from the Inside. I'm your host, Neha Gandhi. In studio with us today, we have the very funny actress and producer and director and philanthropist, Terri J Vaughn. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm thrilled, and I'm laughing the whole time, and I'm trying to hold it in. So,
laughter is good.
Laughter,
healing for the soul.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, listen, I want to talk about your foundation.
Okay.
And this importance about giving back. Your foundation is called Take Wings Foundation. It is based in the San Francisco Bay Area, and it gives scholarships and job training to young women. And in our previous segment, we talked about how you grew up in the housing project and the obstacles that come with that. Right. Did you start this foundation because of the stuff you faced?
Yeah, I started it when I went to college. Because right before I left, I got jumped by some girls. Right, like maybe a couple of days before I drove to school.
Oh my gosh, so you were like 17, 18 years old.
And when I got to college, I was like, I just want to do something for girls that are growing up in my neighborhood. And it was specific to my neighborhood because that's what I knew. Right. I knew that there were girls that were making decisions because they had low self-esteem, and the decisions that they were making was going to alter their lives. Me and my sister, we were really fortunate because we made the decision that we wanted to go to college. Right. So that was huge. That was a huge decision for how our life unfolded. And just the same, the girls in the neighborhood, they were making decisions that was going to alter their lives. And so I was like, there has to be something that we can do to help them make a better decision. And so I just knew I wanted to do something. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't necessarily say I want to start a foundation because I never even thought about that. I didn't even know you could do that. But that was always in the back of my mind when I went off to college. And when I found myself in the entertainment business, and specifically when I first got on the Steve Harvey show, I said, I'm going back to my neighborhood and I want to invite 40 girls. Let's call these after school cares, these daycares, the ABC school that I went to after school. Let's call them and let's invite up to 40 girls, and I want to take them to dinner. Wow. And so that's how it all started. Wow. It started with me just having a dinner with 40 girls from my old neighborhood. And it was just a very emotional night. Like them sharing stories, me sharing stories that related. So it was just a lot of laughing, a lot of crying, just a lot of relating. And I just started doing that dinner every single year. I would do it around the holidays every year. Wow. And then like I was on the Steve Harvey show, so Warner Brothers or Universal, I told them what I was doing, so they wanted to like donate money, and I wasn't a nonprofit. So what I would do is the clubs I was dealing with and inviting the girls from, they were nonprofits. Right. So I would tell them, hey, I can get Universal to write you guys a check, and I just need you to be able to put $500 toward this dinner that I'm going to give for the girls. And so they would get some money and then cover the dinner. So, and then eventually it just grew and turned into a foundation.
It turned into a foundation. But I think what you were doing for helping these women is exposing them, right?
And that's all it is.
Yes, that is all there is.
All it is.
Every show we talk about this. When you expose some person to what could be, what their life ought to be, what their life, if you give them that vision, maybe they didn't have that vision. That's right. Maybe they didn't have that mother and father in their lives, right. That foundation that they needed in their life to help them even create a vision for themselves.
That's right, because what they see, their aspirations were in the 4 blocks that we lived in. Yeah. And so it was like I said, like the drug dealer boyfriends, like if I could get with him, then I could have a nice car. But we needed to expose them to what they could have outside of story that's way better and bigger and profound for you. And you can have a productive, successful, rich life. And rich, I mean just like full of everything, not just money.
Full of joy and happiness and blessings and gratitude.
And it's just exposure.
Yes.
You're right.
It is absolutely about exposure, right? And so we talk about that at every turn. But, these foundations, which is the premise of the show, I talk about them because it doesn't take money, y'all. I mean, as you said, you just brought together 40 girls, not because, you had a crap load of money. It's because you wanted to. Mm-hmm. And so what it takes is that belief and that want to show people that there is a life outside of what they are presently seeing.
That's right.
That there is more for them than what they're just allowing for their eyes. If we could just open them up, right? That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
So what it's about.
So listen, are you going to bring the foundation to Atlanta?
I've been asked that so many times, and I really don't have a desire to do that. Mm-hmm. I do support other foundations that are here and the stuff that they're doing, and I'll show up. I go to schools and speak. But to be honest, I really don't know how to necessarily start a foundation, because that's the other question I get. How do you start a foundation? And I'm like, I don't know. I never sought out to start a foundation. Yeah. I was like, you should just do what you feel passionate about and go do something about that. Yes. And it can possibly turn into a foundation. Right. Because there were other people that got behind me that turned it into a foundation. Right. Terri J Vaughn, did not go and fill out the forms and do all that stuff.
I'm going to go out and start a foundation and help these girls.
Absolutely not. That wasn't even my desire. My desire was to help girls. Right. Period. Right. And so I always tell people, just do what you feel passionate about. Go, if it's just the girl that lives next door to you, go take her out shopping or for lunch, or, it just starts like that. And I believe when it's your purpose and your destiny, God will just unfold it as it should be.
Oh, that's okay. Mark that. We need to mark that. Mark it. We need to mark that because we need that. Yes, we need that.
It is marked.
So I want to switch gears a little bit and talk about your web directorial feature film.
Yay!
Digital Lives Matter.
Yes.
Which premiered last year in 2016.
We launched it last year, but it's being released, and I'm so happy I'm sitting here talking to you.
Oh, good.
On Urban Movie Channel.
Okay.
July 1st. On
Yay!
Saturday. So you guys
exciting.
Get that. UMC is a streaming channel. Okay. It's a streaming network like Netflix. Okay. So you just go sign up for it, and you can watch their movies, all the movies, but specifically, you can watch #Digital Lives Matter. Right.
So is this your sort of foray from in front of camera to behind the camera?
Well, I've been behind the camera for probably about 12 years. I've been producing. Right. I have a production company called Nina Holiday Entertainment.
Can we just ask you where you got that beautiful name from?
Well, my producing partner, who's also a writer, her name is Cass. Okay. And when we met and got together and decided that we were going to start this production company together, she was a huge Nina Simone fan and I was a huge Billie Holiday fan. So we named our company after these two trailblazing women, because we also are trailblazers.
You are trailblazers. And okay, all right, I'm going to give you a shout out. My producer Christina called it out when we were doing our research.
She's so smart. She's brilliant. I can look at her and tell her she's
totally brilliant. She just was like, I called it, didn't I? And she's mouthing it. So there you go. Here's your call out. There's your shout out. Thank you. Yes, good job. Okay, so you
raise the roof.
Yes.
This is so old.
So you started the production company, and you started 10 years ago. About 10 years ago.
A little bit more than 10 years ago, we started the production company.
And you've had many projects with us.
Yes.
And with like over 2 million viewers per project.
Yeah. We've been able to produce for GMC Network, Up TV, TV One, BET. So we've been really, really fortunate.
So before we go to break, I want to talk about really quickly Girlfriend's Getaway.
Yes,
which was
one of my favorites.
TV One's network's highest rated movie premieres in their history.
Yeah.
I mean, Terri,
we did that.
You did that.
We did that.
I mean, my goodness.
Cass wrote the script. We produced it along with Roger Bob at Bobcat Films. I starred in it with my girlfriends, Garcelle Bouvet, Melinda Williams, Essence Atkins, and we just had a ball.
Wow.
And we got to do two. We did part one and part two. So.
Wow. It's like, currently what's coming out? Girls Trip. That's going to be a good one.
Right. That's based on our movie.
There it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And I know it's going to be hysterical and hilarious.
It is. She called
I love those actors in it.
Too.
But it's based off of
it is Girlfriend's Getaway. It's all based out of that.
They had more money. They had bigger budgets. Mm-hmm. So
they had Jada Pinkett Smith.
That's okay. You got Jada. Yeah, come on. And Queen.
You can't beat that. You cannot. Hey, listen, we're going to take a short break. We're going to come right back, and we're going to ask fun questions to Terri J Vaughn. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're listening to Seen from the Inside. I'm your host, Neha Nagandhi. Today in studio with us, we have Terri J Vaughn. And I have never laughed so hard during an interview.
You got ready to say what? You went Terri what?
I did.
What were you about to say?
I don't know.
I was going to say, does she know my middle name too?
No. Oh, no. What is it?
That's where I thought you were going.
Oh, Juanita? Is it Juanita?
Yeah.
I have Christina, my producer.
Didn't she go, Terri what?
I did.
Terri Vaughn.
I did.
Like, where'd she get that what?
It's Terri
cousin
Juanita.
Talking too much again.
Kiss your cousin. Terri Juanita. I got it, y'all. My source of brilliance. Okay, listen. We're going to ask some fun questions to Terri. And we want you to tell us the first thing that comes to the top of
nervous.
the top of your head.
Because they're never as funny and brilliant as you want them to be.
Well, of course they are. They're going to come from you.
No,
you're a trailblazer.
No.
Okay. Well, you're okay. Well, we're going to do it anyway. We're going to start. We're going to start
just like a mother. We're going to do it anyway.
Oh, you know what though? You know what? Before we ask this rapid fire questions, I do want to ask you something serious. Okay. So you are everything that we've rattled off. You know, actress, producer, director, philanthropist, but you're also a mother and a wife. And I want to know, how do you balance having 3 children, a career like you do, and just working? How do you balance all of that?
I make them come with me.
She's pointing to her. She's pointing to her son.
They travel with me.
Yes.
No. You know what? I get asked that question a lot too, and I don't know. I think the answer is different for everybody. I think that you have to construct your life to fill it with all the things that you are and all the things that you want to do. I think that if you limit yourself to now that I'm a mother, I'm just going to be a mother. That's not me. I'm also an actress and do all these other things. But if I just did acting then I would miss out on being a mother. I love being a mother. Right. So I don't know. I just make it work. I might do some of it sloppy sometimes, but it always gets done. Yeah. And, and sometimes it's brilliant. Yes. Sometimes it's really brilliant. Yes. And I think that whatever moment you're in at the moment, whether it's work, whether it's being a mommy, you just really should put all of your energy into that at that moment. At that moment. So then, be present in the moment. Be present in the moment. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. There's your advice on how to balance motherhood. She just wrapped that up for me. You made that sound way better than what I said. I get it. Just be present. I got it. It's a nice eggshell plant. I think it's because I constantly struggle with that. Yeah, I'm a mom. We do. And guilt. You deal with guilt. I don't anymore. I used to. Yeah. You still do? Yeah. Okay, we gotta talk then. Yeah, you gotta let that go. Yeah, I should. And people have given me that. To let it go. People have given me that advice. And I did finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no need. You're doing it to yourself.
I know.
Nobody else cares.
I know. The sky does not open and say,
and your kids love you when they're so happy and amazed. They don't care that now you're at work. And so,
right.
And your husband, supportive. Yes, because my husband is super duper supportive.
Yes.
So there's no pressure from them. We do it to ourselves. So stop it.
There you go. There's her advice to me, you guys. Yes. Okay. All right. Now, here is the part that you guys have all been waiting for. Our listeners love rapid fire questions, Terry. So here we go. All right. First thing that comes to your mind. When I wake up in the mornings, the first thing I do is
brush my teeth.
When listening to music in the car, I like to hear
Bruno Mars.
I love that.
Makes me happy.
The book on my nightstand right now is
The Alchemist. I have several, but The Alchemist is there, and I've read it a bunch of times.
That's a good one. I cook a mean
lasagna.
Oh, meat or veggie?
Meat.
Okay.
We're meat eaters.
Oh, well.
Well, turkey meat, but it's still meat nonetheless.
That's healthy. Okay. The song I sing in the shower is?
Oh gosh. Now you've stumped me because I guess I don't really sing in the shower. I sing it. I don't know.
What do you sing to your 2-year-old?
You know what you like? What's it? Bruno Mars.
You sing Bruno Mars to her?
Yeah, we party.
Oh, okay. All right.
My daughter likes to party.
Okay.
Says, Mom, I want to party. That means she wants me to turn on the Bruno Mars video.
The Bruno Mars video. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Okay. We'll go with that. Favorite sports team?
San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, well, of course. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Okay, I've got time for like 1 or 2 last questions, right? Okay. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
The one thing I won't eat is?
The one thing I won't eat?
The one thing I won't eat. Like
I won't eat cow testicles.
Well, okay. Well, there you go. I'm with you.
Why did that pop in my mind?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out too. Terry, I'm trying to figure that out, but
my God.
I didn't want to say that. Okay. Here's my last question. Are you a big theme park roller coaster girl or a small town county Ferris wheel?
No, big theme roller coasters.
There you go.
Let's go ride.
There you go. Thank you so much, Terri J Vaughn. Continue all the good work with Take Rings Foundation.
Thank you so
Y'all
much.
check out Digital Lives Matter on July 1st.
Yes.
She's doing some good work out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Sorry about this.
Get more Inside Scoop by following us on social media. On Facebook and Instagram, we're at Seen from the Inside. That's SEEN from the Inside. On Twitter, we're at Seen from Inside. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Seen from the Inside Talk Show. Stay tuned for more.